Welcome back to another episode of the Education Exchange. I am your host, Sara Clawson, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist with the Tolleson Union High School District. We are on site today at Sierra Linda High School to talk with a few graduating seniors. Please go ahead and introduce yourself to us.
Hi, my name is Felix Saldivar, and I am a senior at Sierra Leone High School. And one interesting fact about me is I do love to play the piano.
Okay, let's go ahead and start there then. When did you begin playing the piano?
I started playing the piano when I was in sixth grade.
Sixth grade. And it's just something you had a desire to do? Anyone else in your family play the piano?
So during the sixth grade, I was in choir, and I had a piano teacher, and she was always playing the piano and while teaching us how to sing, and that's where I wanted to learn. I love the way that it sounds, and I told my mom, like, I want a piano. So she ends up buying me a electric piano, and that's what I started off with first. And I was self taught, so I would like just mess around with the piano a little bit, just seeing what I can do. I started looking at videos a little bit.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask,
Yeah,
like a YouTube video or something
yeah,
like that to help
yeah.
you?
So it did help me a little bit. There would be times where like I didn't want to play because I felt like it was too much, but everybody has to start somewhere. So that's where I started off. And then when I got to my sophomore year, that's when I took my first piano lesson class.
That was here at Sierra
That
Linda?
was here at Sierra Linda.
Do you know who your teacher was?
I think her name was Miss Acosta.
Acosta,
Yeah.
okay.
And then she
And
left.
oh, but what did you learn from Miss Acosta that was different than self-taught?
So I learned on more about the chords. I learned more about the music notes, the music sheets.
Did you already know how to read music?
I didn't.
Did
I
not.
didn't. Yeah. So that's when I started to learn more. And then after that I started to get more better at playing. And yeah, I just like everybody has to start off somewhere. So, that's where I started from there. And then after that I ended up like passing her class with like a fat huge A. So
You're not modest. No, this is the place to brag about your accomplishments. That's
yeah.
fantastic. Is there a type of music that you enjoy playing?
Love music. I
Yeah?
really do. Yeah. I wanna start my own music career now.
Okay.
So yeah.
What do you mean by love music?
Like love music. Like, let's
Like a
see.
romantic ballad?
Yeah,
Because
romantic
love
music.
songs are in all kinds of genres.
Romantic. Romantic.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
And I'm assuming that you compose your own music?
I can.
You can, but you
Yeah.
don't?
I can ish.
Okay.
Ish. I started learning how to I just started learning how to play my own music. So I do have a song like in the completes right now. It's not finished obviously, but yeah. I recently got a like a Mackay. It's like a soundboard with like a
Oh,
little piano attached to it.
okay.
But I can like from right there make music, beats and stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like, mm, how do you say? R&B music.
That's
I
good.
like that. Yeah. I can
That's
also
good.
play a little bit of rap on the piano a little bit.
A little bit of
A little bit.
And you had mentioned that you also sing.
I do sing. I
So do
do.
you sing while you play the piano or is this a separate?
So it's a separate, but I actually just started learning on how to do that.
So you're really developing your talents here.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Okay.
been learning very slowly, but uh getting on top of there. So try my best.
So despite starting out as a self-taught piano player, how has your education here at Sierra Linda helped you, especially with deciding that that's a career path for you?
Yeah. Well, it helped me with a lot, honestly, with the teachers that I had for piano, especially. I do have good friendships with the teachers here. They've helped me with a lot. Um, they in piano, like after I was done with doing my my music in there, I would do side work on the side of that, to make sure that I'm passing all my classes. So it gave me more time to bring my grades up and stuff. So yeah.
And I think you mentioned also that you are a student teacher
A
or student
TA?
a TA. There you
Yeah.
go.
So that's the class that I was in right now.
Before we pulled
But
you after the
yeah,
podcast.
no, it was fine. She was all like, "You're good."
So what do you do as
Um,
the TA and how were you selected for that?
For the TA, okay, let's see. So for the TA, I do help around there. I will, like, if she needs me to print out papers, I'll print out some papers. If she needs me to hand out the papers to the students, I'll do that and I'll show them how to do it. And then I'll grade their works. Organize the chairs around there because there's times where they can be moved around a lot. So,
Hmm.
so I'll help her with that. It's just like anything that she needs help with, I'll be there and I'll help her with it. Um, and how I got to that spot was honestly just making sure that I passed all my classes. There was a class that I was in. I was in the gym class, but I had already taken that during my freshman year. So I wanted another class that I can, you know, be more useful to.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay. And then do you get to teach in the T as the TA position?
a little bit,
A little bit.
a little bit.
How
Yeah,
does that work with it? I'm sorry, let me start back, I guess. What grade level are you the TA for? Or what class specifically?
the grade level, I'm pretty sure it's 1-2.
Okay, so
I think.
beginning.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty sure it's 1-2.
is it choir or it's instrumental?
It's choir.
It's choir.
Tour. So I'll
Okay.
just help them like sing. We'll play some music right there on her TV, and then we'll just all be standing. We'll sing along, in sync with the music and all that. So yeah,
Is it weird? Like, do they respect you? Do they receive coaching from you well,
they
peer to
do
peer?
they do respect me. Singing, I think they got it pretty down. They do know how to sing. They love to sing. They love all that type of music. So yeah.
And so, as far as your performing here at Sierra Linda, other than choir, were you in any of the musicals?
Like shows.
Yes, any of the shows.
So I was in my first ever show in my sophomore year.
And
It
what was
was
that?
I was playing the piano.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I was playing the piano. It was in sophomore year with Miss Acosta. It was her last year being here, I'm pretty sure, and that was my first ever time. When I went to when I was at the show and it was my turn to go on the stage, it was a little bit like stage frightened,
Yeah.
but I just thought to myself like I had to get this over with. I can't be scared in front of the people that are watching. So um I played "Look What You Done" by Drake on the
Okay.
piano. It was a
Okay.
very hard song for me to play. I practiced. It was the first song that I actually ever finished on the piano.
Okay.
So I played that, and yeah, that
Impressive.
was my first show right there.
When you're playing for an audience, because you have the piano, is it easier for you to kind of, no pun intended, but like tune out the other people because you can focus right on the instrument? It's a physical barrier
Yeah,
almost. You're not entirely exposed because you have the instrument in front of you.
yeah. I mean, well, like expose, like what do you mean, like
Like stage fright.
stage
You're
fright?
not just a body standing in front of an audience performing. You do have a seat and the piano in front of you or the keyboard in front of you. So there's a bit of a barrier between you and the audience. Does it make you more comfortable to perform?
Yeah, it does because I had to start from somewhere. If I want to build my way up there, that's I'm guessing that's just for like all type of like musicians. They'll get stage frightened. It happens. So it was cool to experience, but now I know like if I ever play again, I'm gonna know that I have an audience watching me and
Hmm.
I had to do my best.
So you haven't been back on the stage to perform for others?
Not since then. I haven't.
No.
I would like to try it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your future plans after graduating high school?
So my future plans is going into trade school, learning electrician, and then getting into SRP.
Oh,
On the side of that, with doing music, so I can definitely get into a trade school. I'm not sure which trade school yet, but my pops does work for SRP,
okay.
so he says that he wants me to work there.
Why does that interest you?
They make the big bucks, so
So it's money maybe to help out with the music side of.
yeah.
I see. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
As of right now, I do work at Top Golf.
Okay.
So it's a pretty fun job to work at. It's my first job. I recently got rehired.
Okay.
Uh, the scheduling there was it was like the first time that I left. The scheduling there was, you know, not all right, but because like they would try to have me stay there till like 1 in the
Oh
morning.
gosh.
Yeah,
That doesn't
so
work well.
on school days.
Right.
So I had to leave because, my education comes first. I couldn't do that. I didn't want to keep waking up late for school and, you know, not doing my assignments.
No. Yeah.
So, like after that, like, I'm about to graduate. So, I went back, started working again, and it honestly has no more like effects to me anymore. So, I've been making my classes, keeping my grades up. So, yeah.
Good. And your principal chose you as one of the student of the year?
Yes.
What was it like finding out about that?
Honestly, I was gonna be surprised. I wasn't like I was shocked. I was shocked, but like when I hear like such exciting news like that, I won't like jump out of my seat. I'll just be like sitting there like, oh no way. But
Where were
yeah.
you when you were told? How were you told?
So I was told like to go to her like the office.
Miss Hot?
Yeah, they called me in, and I was like, oh my god, what did I do?
You're
Like they
going to
didn't.
the principal's
I
office?
was like, did I do something bad? Like I hope not. And then yeah, I was just waiting there. They told me to sit down, and then she came outside. I saw Dream coming out, and Dream was like, "Oh my God, Felix! Like you're one of them that won." I was like, "What? What is she talking about?" And then Miss Ha came out, and then she pulled me in, and then she told me about it, and I was like, "No way."
What did she say? Like, did she explain why you were chosen out of the entire student body, one of two students?
Well, I'm pretty sure that she had said that it was because like I was a nice student. I was always helping out. Um, like I was always respectful. But yeah, I was just like still in shock on what she told me that I won about it. So yeah.
That's great. And you went to the board meeting to receive recognition and an award there?
So I don't think the board meeting hasn't happened yet.
Oh, you guys are still coming up.
I'm pretty sure it's on the 28th.
Okay.
So yeah.
Of April?
Of April, yeah.
Okay.
The banquet, we're having a banquet on Friday for the students that got nominated.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah.
Okay. Looking back at the last 4 years, what are the highlights for you?
Yeah, honestly, my friends, the memories I created, there was some memories that weren't so great, but that's like some part of the point of high school. There's gonna be some drama and stuff, but after you graduate, you leave all that stuff behind. You have a new life ahead of you. But yeah, the memories, my friends, the teachers that helped me along the way.
Are there any
Yeah.
teachers that really stand out?
Yeah, there's a couple. I'd say my teacher, Miss Lee, my teacher, Miss Bickley.
What did they teach?
So Miss Lee, she was my, let's see, how do you say? Because I'm having IEP,
Okay.
so I would have some of the IEP. I would have like a IEP class, and it was just like an extra class to help me with the rest of my other classes that was like falling behind a little bit.
Additional support.
Yeah. So she helped me with that. After that, like, I had a good connection with her. She was like a second mom that I never had, you know. But she always helped me out. She made sure to bring my grades back up. And yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, Miss Bickley, she is very important to me because she's always like been there for me. She also helps me with my side work of like assignments. If I was ever going through something, she was gonna be there for me. So yeah, she cares about her students a lot. She's how do you say? Um, I'm trying to find other words for it. It's because like I barely had her for this year, so I'm still trying to get to find out.
Like empathetic or caring or understanding?
She's very understanding. Yeah,
Okay.
very caring and very understanding. So yeah,
All right. Final question for you.
okay.
If you could give one piece of advice to first day of school freshman Felix, what would it be?
Well, I love this question. Um, one advice, you know, one advice I'd give freshman Felix is, just be yourself. That's how I got here. Now, yeah, yeah, freshman year, sophomore year, it was all right, but I set the goals to, you know, get all A's, which I did. And I felt proud of myself for that, just being myself. I just let time go by. So yeah,
Awesome. Thank you, Felix, for joining us on today's podcast.
of course, thank you for having me here.
And we will be back with our next student, Dream. Welcome back. We are here with Dream, the other student who was named Student of the Year for Sierra Linda High School. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Dream. I'm a 12th grader at Sierra Linda High School.
Okay. So, Student of the Year with,
Yes.
I think you're friends with him, Felix.
Yes, I am friends with him. We have a good relationship.
Good. He told me his experience about learning that he was Student of the Year. And he said he passed you coming out of the principal's office. So you must have been told
Yes,
first.
I was told first, and then actually the principal got a call that he was up there. I'm like, who's he? And so as I'm walking leaving the office, I see him like, you got some big news coming up, because it was so much, like, it was very big news for me.
It was.
I was, like, not expecting it, and it just, like, shown me, like, how hard work just pays off. Like, you can do, like, the simplest things, and you won't expect an outcome like student of the year, like
People were paying attention to you.
yeah, they were paying attention, like, to the hard work and dedication that I was putting. I didn't even recognize, I mean, not thinking that it's normal, like, something that I'm supposed to be doing, but and I'm glad people took ignition and realized my dedication, so,
That's great.
yeah.
So what do you think it is about you that stood out?
I feel like how I advocate myself, I would always be in the office all the time, like making sure that I talk to my counselor about my college applications, about scholarships, trying to find certain things to get money for school and things like that. It came to a point where like I started being friends with all the people in the office. Like it was
Oh,
hilarious. They
there's
knew who
Dream.
I was. Yeah, there's Dream again.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah,
You're invested in your
yeah.
future and you care and you
Mhm.
are being proactive.
Exactly.
That's really
So I
important.
was just very excited about that.
So your time here at Sierra Linda, I think you're involved in quite a few different things.
Yes.
Can you kind of give me an overview of your
Yes.
involvement?
So throughout my high school year in Sierra Linda, my freshman year, I was trying to get into everything. I did track, I did cheerleading, I did choir. I also did what else? I feel like maybe that's about it my freshman year. But for my sophomore year, I did do basketball. Um, I did fashion because our school, they have so many clubs and things like that. So I'm like, okay, let me see what is my passion. Like, I want to find my passion in a certain way and try to thrive in it. And in a way, found like my passion in doing the certain little things of the activities that I did. So
Can you be specific, like give an example of what you mean?
like, fashion. I really like dressing up and things like that. So I kinda, in a way, took that and, like, in a way, ran with it, and, like, I kinda wanna start, like, a clothing brand and things like that. And, with dancing, I kinda, like, wanna, like it makes me wanna, like, do something like dancing, like, get into involved in things like that. And yeah.
So you really
Yeah.
discovered your passion.
I discovered, like, my passion in certain aspects, so it was cool. Like
Were your teachers or your club advisors instrumental to that?
yeah, they were, very, like, for it. Like, they were there, like, teaching and making sure students were involved in, class and things like that. So, it was just a good experience to have teachers that care and also, like, want students to be open and confident in what they wanna do. So, yeah.
That's great. Cheerleading, flag football, track, basketball. You're also part of the Black Student
Oh,
Union.
yes.
What is
Yeah.
that experience like?
Okay, so yes, I'm actually the president of Black Student Union, and we did have somebody that was a president previously before I became, and they were kind of lacking on certain areas that I feel like would benefit more for Black Student Union in a way. And so people came up with votes, and I'm like, I want to take the opportunity to be in this leadership position and see what I can make out of Black Student Union. And with that, we had made it more successful than it ever been at Sierra Linda High School.
What does
Um,
that mean?
um, basically, we had more involvement. We had this event called our cultural kickoff, which it was basically exposing students to culture, learning new things. We had educational tables where they were learning about facts. They were also learning about like the different things. We had games, trivia, just so people can just get involved. And I came up with the idea, and I had people like around help. It didn't like matter with anything. Like they can come and like we can all together support one another and make a group and have a good time. So yeah. And
Did you also grow the enrollment?
yes. I grew the enrollment. A lot of people, we actually had certain tables during, I'll say every once a month, for people to sign up and like try to join the group. So yeah,
More interest. That's
yeah.
great. Okay, so what are we forgetting about your high school experience? Anything that you really want to talk about or a shout out?
I feel like looking back 25 years ago, I'm just gonna remember winning student of like the year,
Yeah,
honestly, and like seeing that people will see your hard work, even if it's like the minor things, as long as you're putting yourself into a position and thriving through it. That's what I'm gonna stick with me. Like throughout these next couple years, is people will see what you do and they notice the little things. So you gotta be careful what you put out there and what you do.
what's next for you after high school?
What's next for me after high school is I'm gonna go to college. I am going to be going to ASU, so that's
Yay.
exciting. I committed. I'm gonna go for engineering.
Okay,
Yes,
so that's different from fashion and dance.
yeah. So, I actually attended an Arizona State University National Transportation Institute
Okay.
my sophomore year. I forgot to mention. And I was learning about the different engineering fields where it was aerospace to metro, bus, material, all types of different engineering. And I still haven't made my mind on what exactly I want to do in those majors. I mean, in those fields, but I know that I want to do engineering and I know that I want to join ROTC during college.
Oh,
Yeah. And I probably will serve the military for 4 years after my college.
you have a lot of opportunity that you're considering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, like, I feel like I be having so much, like, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, but it's like I mean, it's possible to do it all,
Yes.
and I mean, I'm still so young, and I'm still trying to figure out everything because I always wanna lead myself to the right path, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there.
You know, I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic that you're giving yourself room to try something
Yeah.
different.
Exactly.
You know that, you might choose college, but you're also interested in going into the military, which
Exactly.
could take you in a completely different direction.
Exactly.
And you could still get like engineering education through the
Exactly,
military.
yeah, and I'm an open book, so I'm still learning throughout, so,
Seriously, that's amazing.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. I always like to ask if you had to give advice to first day freshman dream, what would you say to yourself 4 years ago?
I would say everything is going to be okay. Um, your plan of how you want it to be something is working out. Just keep going. Just keep going and don't listen to anybody. Just do what's best for you and within your heart and just keep God close too. So yeah.
Thank you so much. It was great
Of
getting to know you a little
course. It
bit
was
better
nice meeting you.
and having you on our podcast today. And thank you for joining us on the Education Exchange today, where we aim to enlighten our parents and empower our students. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of the Education Exchange. Have a question or want to be a guest on our podcast? Email podcast@tuhsd.org for more information. Missed an episode? Catch all seasons of the Education Exchange on your favorite streaming platforms or at www.tuhsd.org/podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the Education Exchange.